If this video doesn't shift something in you even a little, tell me in the comments, and I'll personally give you what you came here looking for. Life in our 20s and 30s can feel like walking through a fog that never fully lifts. It feels heavy, confusing, fast, slow, exciting, and terrifying all at once. Many people talk about how these years are supposed to be the best years of your life, but when you're actually living them, they can feel like the hardest years you've ever had. And the psychology behind why they feel so difficult is surprisingly simple. We are growing, we are changing, and for the first time, we are fully aware that every decision might shape our future. In our 20s, we go through something psychologists often call a quarter-life crisis. It's like the midlife crisis, but earlier and quieter. You wake up one day and realize that life is no longer planned for you. School is over or ending. Friends are moving away, relationships change, and you suddenly stand in the middle of your own path with no clear map in your hands. You begin asking yourself questions you never asked before. What am I doing? Who am I becoming? Am I doing enough? At the same time, you look around and see people your age doing completely different things. Some are buying houses, some are traveling the world, some are married with kids, some are starting companies, some look like they figured it out, while you're still trying to figure out how to feel okay when you wake up in the morning. Social comparison becomes a daily habit. You don't even try to compare, it just happens. Psychologically, this creates pressure and a sense of failure even when you are actually doing fine. Think about it. For most of your life, you were told what to do. Go to school, study, graduate, maybe get a degree. But after that, silence, no instructions, no clear steps. Just life, wide and open, waiting for you to make choices that feel too big for someone who still feels like a teenager inside. As one quote says, growing up is realizing your parents were just kids trying to figure it out too. That thought hits hard in your 20s and 30s. Real life begins to demand things from you: rent, bills, job, performance, emotional maturity, long-term plans. You start learning that friendships need effort. Relationships need communication, and mental health needs care. You discover that being an adult is not about knowing everything. It's about learning how to survive when you feel like you know nothing. Many people in their 20s and 30s also feel lost because they are living between two worlds. The world inside them, full of dreams, hopes, and the desire to grow, and the world outside them, which is messy, unpredictable, and often unfair. This creates something psychologists call cognitive dissonance. It is a fancy phrase for the tension between who you want to be and who you currently are. You start feeling uncomfortable in your own skin, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you are in the middle of becoming someone new. And that process is hard. Growth is uncomfortable. Think about any real-life moment where you had to evolve, leaving a toxic job, ending a relationship, moving to a new city, starting over after failure. None of those moments felt warm or easy. But those were the moments that shaped you the most. You might look back at your teenage years and wonder why life felt easier then. The truth is, it didn't feel easier because it was easier. It felt easier because the world did not expect you to know much. You were allowed to be uncertain. But in your 20s and 30s, uncertainty feels like a crime. When you don't know what you want, people call it wasted time. When you try something new and it doesn't work, people call it failure. But in reality, this is exactly how humans grow, through trial, error, and courage. There's also the psychological weight of responsibility. Your 20s are full of firsts. First real job, first bills, first serious relationship, first heartbreak, first time losing friends, first time feeling like time is moving too fast. Your 30s are full of expectations. To be stable, successful, confident, and settled. But the truth is, many people in their 30s still feel like they are just starting. Real-life situations make it even clearer. For example, think about that moment when you get your first full-time job. In the beginning, it feels exciting. You feel proud. But then the routine kicks in. Wake up, work, come home. Repeat. You realize that adulthood is not one big event. It has millions of small days that require patience and discipline, and that realization can feel overwhelming. Or think about relationships. In your 20s, you start dating differently. You no longer date for fun, you date with fear, with hope, with the awareness that every relationship could become something serious or break you apart. You become more careful with your heart. In your 30s, relationships become even more complicated because now your life is more complicated. You know yourself more, but sometimes that makes love harder, not easier. Then there is the fear of wasting time. Psychologists say that time anxiety is one of the strongest emotions people feel in their 20s and 30s. You constantly feel like you're running out of time, that you should be further, that you should know more, that you should have achieved something big by now. But life does not follow a schedule. Everyone grows at their own pace. As the quote goes, it's never too late to become who you might have been. So why does life feel so hard? Because we are trying to build our future while healing our past and surviving our present. Because we carry old wounds, childhood trauma, insecurities, fears, self-doubt while trying to act like adults who have everything under control. Because we want stability, but we also want freedom. Because we want love, but we fear getting hurt. Because we want success, but we don't want to fail. Because we want happiness, but we don't always know what that looks like. And honestly, the struggle means you're alive. It means you care. The people who feel the most pressure are usually the ones who want the most growth. The ones who look at their life and ask, is this who I want to be? That question hurts, but it is also powerful. It is the first step toward change. There will be days in your 20s and 30s where you feel like nothing is working. Days where you feel behind. Days where you feel alone. Days where you feel like you are trying your best, but your best is not enough. But remember, you are not supposed to have everything figured out. You are supposed to learn. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. That quote hits harder when you realize that you are still being created. These years aren't the final version of you. They are the building years, the learning years, the years where you break, grow, rebuild, and rise. So ask yourself, who am I becoming? What do I want my life to feel like? What small steps can I take today? You don't need to fix everything at once. You just need to begin. And if life feels messy, confusing, or heavy right now, remember this. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not alone. You are simply human, growing through one of the most complex chapters of life. If this message spoke to you, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, share in your thoughts, and subscribe for more content that supports your heart and mind. Your journey matters, your voice matters, and your story is still being written. Keep going, you're doing better than you think. And if this video dose and tea shifts something in you even a little, tell me in the comments. And I'll personally give you what you came here looking for.